Kevin.
Wow. What?
You get this only nowhere else but the Kevin and Zach. Kevin, I'm not going to lie.
Now look at this. A carved penguin. There it is.
Oh, no. Are the O's fine? Are the Orioles fine, Kevin?
It's so embarrassing. I was so embarrassed.
Okay.
The Orioles stole it. That game was stolen. It was stolen from them, then they stole it right back.
What?
Oh my God.
Wait, what's going on? What is happening?
What is going? Was it a diving play? He bobbled the ball.
What is happening? Are they challenging it? No. Other wall. No.
Kevin, I don't know what you saw, how much you saw. I've been chugging champagne. Sure, I spilled a lot, but what a game, man.
He will be the legendary
Birdfish.
How about that?
Birdfish fans, stand up. We did it.
What can I say? What can I say?
Well, Kevin, another Sunday in the books. So, what a weird Sunday. Didn't see this coming. What, week 15? This was week 15.
Yeah.
Chiefs eliminated from the playoffs. Ravens get a massive win versus the Bengals. Phillip Rivers returned. Interesting week. Interesting day, to say the least. But, Kevin, how are you feeling?
Well, better than last week. That was a doozy of a game, but here we are with another doozy of the game for the right reasons, which is great. Where the Ravens actually looked like a football team today, which was, John Harbaugh said it was their most impressive win of the year, front to back, and pretty hard to argue with them. Even though, they had us a little bit in the first part of the game. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little tough.
Kevin, I thought we were begging for a flag. We were trying to beat ourselves. So
you talk about like Draymond Jones,
Draymond,
with the
Travis Jones, like we were hit. Like there is a line in the NFL of when you can hit the quarterback and when you can't, and we were straddling that line. I thought the Draymond Jones one was a flop, but I thought Tavius Robinson was going to get hit with one when he hit Burrow. So I'm surprised I didn't call it, but I'm not going to complain. So yeah, it just felt like it felt like in most games where the Ravens, it's like, well, it rains, it pours. I was like, if it was going against us, probably all three of those get called. And we're sitting here like, how do you do that 3 times on a drive and continue to get beat? But they definitely played with the physicality and an attitude today that we have not seen all year from this team. Like it felt like this team had a little bit, especially defensively, had a little bit of a swagger to it.
Yeah, passion, energy. They were getting under the Bengals' skin, and like to the point where, the Bengals rolled over and gave up with everything to play for. Like their season was on the line today, and them just rolling over like that, the Ravens broke them. They completely broke them. I talked about that on Locked On Ravens, where if I was a Bengals fan, I'd be furious with, just at least try to win the game. Like, I don't care if you're down by 3 or 4 possessions. What else do you have to play for? Just trying to get out of that, I guess, without an injury. Or put your backups in and have those guys try and compete. I'll take it as a Ravens guy, but, I know for the Bengals fans out there, that must have been disappointing. And I've been on the fire Zach Taylor train for a while now, although from Ravens perspective, we got to get the hashtag extend Zach Taylor train going. The hashtag extend Zach Taylor. But no, I mean, I thought the defense played really well and more than really well with everything that they brought to the table on Sunday, where, you know, everyone was getting involved. Tavius Robinson came back and made an impact. You know, Draymond Jones didn't have a sack, but had 5 quarterback hits registered. And, you know, everybody felt like they were playing with their hair on fire. And it feels like the Ravens play better when their backs are against the wall. And that's kind of the mentality they're going to have over the rest of the season, where, you know, the Patriots coming to town off of a really devastating loss for them. They still have a lot to play for. You know, the Packers, I mean, they lost like their whole team today. Like, that was a huge blow for them, and I hope everybody's all right. But, you know, I just their
work's cut out for them. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You know, like, this was a good win, you know, obviously 24-0 in a division rivals, home territories. It's going to feel good. You had to win this. Like, if you lose this game, the season was over, because even if you win out, Pittsburgh would have had to lose twice to even make it manageable. It would have been the nail in the coffin if you lose that game. But you got to, you know, I can see someone talking about, you know, need that swagger and stuff to go into next week. It has to, you know, Steve, like this, it needs to, because they got to play with that never say die, that, okay, bend don't break, because they had a lot of bend don't break today. I mean, it would just get to a big third down and they'd, you know, come through. But they're going to need that against the Patriots team that, like you said, is going to be hungry. They're coming off. They have everything to lose. You know, they do not want to. They had a chance today to put the Bills away, and at least in the division race, and kind of take that, and probably would have clinched. I believe they would have clinched the division with a win today. It would have been mathematically impossible for the Bills to win it. So you just hope that they can go and keep this going, because if you can, you know, yes, like you said, Packers are getting beat up, but it's 3 tough games ahead of you. You know, and this was a tough one going in. You know, this was not, I think Ravens were 2.5-point favorites. So this was not something that it was like, oh, you know, just get this win and move on. Like, work's cut out for them, but it was a good first step in, hey, you had to run the table the last 4 games. You did what you needed to, first one.
Yeah, that's all you can do. I mean, they still have to play the games. It's one game at a time. And, you know, after you got punked by in your home stadium by this same team, and, you know, we heard that, you know, like, I think it was, who was it? Alohi Gilman, I think it was, who said that, you know, the Ravens were pissed off that the Bengals were able to go into their stadium, Ravens Stadium, and do what they did there. So
I mean, they should have been, because that was horrible.
Yeah. And now you get them back and end their season. And, you know, you had like Ronnie Stanley borderline fighting referees in this game, and other stuff as well. Like, you can see how passionate.
And that's the thing. You've never seen that kind of fight from some of these guys. Like Ronnie, I feel like we've never seen that side of him.
Yeah, generally very soft spoken and like really good dude. Like, but, you know, someone who doesn't really get that fired up about a lot of things. But, you know, and he said after the game, he essentially like got choked out, which is why, if I got choked out, I mean, I'd probably have the same reaction. But, like, you know, because then Osai kind of like came to, he was like, "You don't do that," or whatever. He was, and then the whole line came over, and the Ravens were honestly lucky there was a penalty on the Bengals there too, because that would have kicked him out of field goal range, and they would have had to. I think the next play was the Zay Flowers touchdown, or maybe a play or two after that. But
yeah, the next day or two.
Yeah. So
next play or two. Yeah.
So that's something that was really big for them. Where, you know, how many times have we talked about it, Zach? Where like we look at this Ravens team and the camera's panning to a disinterested, or not even disinterested, just dejected Raven or dejected coach. Like,
it's been all season.
It's been a lot. It's been a lot of the time. So I think what you kind of have to understand here for this team is that there's so much football still left, and the AFC is still so wide open. Where, look, the wild card chances, they've been gone for a while. You have to win your division. Yeah. It's all setting up for Week 18. It's going to be Sunday Night Football. It's going to be like Detroit, Minnesota. Like, it's so clear as day to me. This is what's going to happen. And you just got to play your best football and go into the playoffs if you can get there on a hot streak.
You nailed it on the head. It's coming down to week 18. We all know that. It's been, you kind of had that feeling ever since probably 2-3 weeks ago that was coming down to week 18. But, I talked about it earlier today. I was like, I'd be lying to say if I felt great about that. Just because of the way that the Steelers have had our number, obviously playing in Pittsburgh, we've not been the greatest at over the years, especially in the Lamar era. So it's not going to be easy. But, Kevin, if they were to sneak in, I'm not sure there's a more battle-tested team in the AFC. When you talk about all the adversity, having to fight through that. So that's why I think it's so big to kind of get this momentum and go from there because, hey, let's talk about this a little bit. Kansas City's out. Like, that is the big bad wolf. No matter what, Kansas City's going to be there. They're going to be in the AFC Championship. They're going to be doing their thing. All of that, they're gone. They're not here anymore. They're not going to be in the playoffs. It's not going to be, they'll sneak in and then you'll look up and they're in the AFC Championship. All those conspiracy theories are done. I don't know if you saw, Kevin, but Chris Jones, did you see him finding out about them being eliminated?
No, I saw Kelsey didn't speak to reporters.
Yeah, Chris Jones on it at the podium was like, we still got to fight. We got a fighting chance, I guess.
No.
And then he goes, "Are we eliminated?" And the reporter's like, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, okay then." And he just drops. So we'll see. Mahomes, it looks like a torn ACL.
Yeah.
2026 suddenly got interesting for them because if he misses any sort of time, unless they have a massive influx of talent, I'm not sure they're going to be the same team next year without Mahomes. So going to be really intriguing. But Kevin, this is a year. The AFC is as wide open as it's ever going to be.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And obviously prayers up to Mahomes and all like a Parsons and Teddy Buchanan, like all these guys who suffered what seemed to be pretty serious injuries. It was a rough day. It was a rough day across the league for injuries. So
also,
I don't know.
Not that this matters, but it was a big ACL day. I feel like we haven't had an ACL day in a while. Usually, unfortunately, it's all Achilles. I feel like the ACL has become less and less damaged over the years. I don't know if that's, obviously we've been doing something to limit it, but it felt like today everyone was going down with ACL.
Yeah, and there are more preventative measures and stuff that you can do to not have it or prevent it. So I think that's probably part of it as well. But I mean, yeah, there's never 100% healthy in the NFL, and with those things, it can just be like Micah Parsons' foot gets stuck in the turf, or Mahomes gets tackled funny and jumps funny, and he tears it that way. So yeah, 2026 is going to be really weird. I mean, I agree with you where I don't think the AFC is going to be as wide open as it is this year, but I think I saw someone put in the Locked On Ravens post game, the instant reaction, that this is the first year since 2019 that the Bengals or the Chiefs will not represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. I think that's the year that it was. So, and the Bengals only made it there one time. So it's just been the Chiefs over and over and over again. So parity's always good, and especially in the AFC where we went straight from the Patriots dynasty all the way just right on into the Kansas City dynasty. Hasn't been an in-between period. So, anybody can make it. And look, Denver's really good right now. New England lost, obviously blew that lead, but they're still really good. Buffalo's had a couple of really nice wins. They've strung together some stuff. And, AFC South, man, Jacksonville and Houston look like wagons right now. So,
again, are you buying the Jags? Because I
don't know, man. I think next week's gonna be the test. I think for them,
it's the Jets. I get this, and I've been talking so much crap, honestly, about the Jags, about how I can't believe in them, all this stuff. I understand they have not gone out and beaten the best teams. I know, the Jets beat up Colts, Titans, Cardinals. Are the last 4 wins. Not the greatest. They have wins over the Raiders, obviously early season win versus the Chiefs. very different looking Texans team, very different looking Panthers team, but they might be good. Like, I don't know how, I'm looking at the NFL standings right now. Broncos, the number 1 seed for the AFC. 2 is the Patriots. 3 is the Jaguars. 4 is the Steelers. Obviously, 1 is not like the other. The other teams have 12, 11, 10 wins. Steelers have 7. Then you have the 5th spot. You have the Chargers. You have the Bills. You have the Texans. Colts on the outside looking in. Talk about something that blew up fast. The Indianapolis Colts trading 2 firsts for Sauce, thinking that you're going to go for it this year, because I think it was the right idea. Like, it's wide open.
Mm-hmm.
Everything goes wrong. You now are in such a horrible spot as a Colts fan. I don't even know what to say. You can't trust Daniel Jones to come back next year and help, so now you need a quarterback again. Good thing you don't have a first-round pick over the next 2 years. Like, that's just a tough spot. They also have a lot of free agents. But
yeah.
Kevin, do you think Miami can do it tomorrow?
Okay. We are all Tua fans.
Chance. Like,
we are all Tua fans.
I don't think there's
Pittsburgh is like, I've seen a lot of Steelers fans talk about this game, and they are terrified because it's a primetime game. Like, they are absolutely terrified because it's apparently Pittsburgh doesn't play very well in primetime games. So
I feel the opposite. I feel like if it being in Pittsburgh, obviously, but if this was 1:00 on a Sunday in Miami, I think Miami wins this 9 out of 10 times. It being Monday night in Pittsburgh, that just seems like it's done. Like, I feel like the Steelers don't lose that game.
Yeah, we've seen crazier stuff. We have seen crazier stuff. So I'm not counting them out, but if I had to pick, no, I would not pick Miami to win that game.
No, I don't. I mean, so what does that eliminate them then? I believe. I think they would. Yeah, I think that would eliminate them from any sort of playoff berth. Not that they're really
would not shock me.
But I'm just extra to play for. Just throwing things out there.
I've always been a big Jalen Waddle guy. I mean,
big Penguin guy, Waddle.
Hey,
yeah, I'm saying.
I guess I already got it down.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, a little change of subject. I've been loving the Chief fan crash out on the timeline. They're just so.
I haven't really seen a bunch. Maybe I'm just looking in the wrong places.
They're just like so upset. They're like, congrats, this is what you all wanted. Like, Chargers dirty ass team. Like, they finally got what.
I did see the dirty allegations. I did see the dirty allegations.
Very dirty allegations. Like,
yes.
Filthy allegations.
Yep, I did see that. I've only seen one of those, but yes, I did see that. I
mean, I won't lie. If we were doing what they were doing, I would probably forget how to act too. Like, if we were about the three-peat last year and all that, like.
Yeah, it's definitely because they lost the Super Bowl last year, and everyone was just kind of like, "Oh, they're gonna have a shot. This is the year again," and then, wasn't the year.
Yeah. Okay, Kevin. I don't know. Can you answer this for me? Why did the Bengals wear white today? Did you?
I have no idea.
I don't think we ever got an answer for that. I hated that.
I have no idea.
It was throwing me off the whole game. I kept on being like, our crowd is not in. Oh, we are away. Uniforms were throwing me off. Only team that does that is the Cowboys. That's the only team I give the pass for.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, yeah, they certainly don't get the pass, so I'm not sure.
Also, looking at Kevin, we'll go big picture here. If you had to pick a team right now to win the Super Bowl, who is it?
Rams.
So I think you have to. I don't think it's anyone. I can trust anyone but besides the Bills and the AFC. I'm just giving it to the Bills because of Allen. I don't consider the Ravens in here until they get it done and do it. If the Steelers lose tomorrow, then I'll start including them. But they got a win for me to put them in here. It's probably the Rams or the Eagles for me. I just don't think any other team really jumps off. It looks like the Lions are going to miss the playoffs. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's a weird year.
I don't know. Lions missing the playoffs is kind of wild to me. That is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, and they got some ground to make up because of the Packers being in that tie.
Mm-hmm.
If the Packers were 9-5, it'd still just be a single game, and then do they? No, they don't play each other anymore either. This is a weird. I do not know who wins this.
It could be literally anybody. It could be you know what? Here's a hot take. I think Houston's playing so good right now. Like I think Houston.
I feel like that meme where it's like that's not ridiculous. It's not ridiculous to say that.
It all is on like the defense can carry CJ Stroud, but CJ Stroud has to do something. But like,
yeah,
that defense is just so ridiculously good. And like Denver, I feel like Denver's defense hasn't been as good recently. Like it feels like Houston's is the best in the league right now. So
whose defense really fell off is the Browns. What's happening there?
Yeah, they play Josh Allen next week.
Yeah, they gave up 31 to the Bears, 31 to the Titans, 26 to the Niners. That's 3 straight games of teams like they should have held the Bears and the Titans both under 20, or probably to 21 max.
Mm-hmm.
That just their defense has fallen. It's literally just become Myles Garrett and friends.
Yeah, that's kind of what those teams that don't really don't have a future for this season. I think it just starts to get like the Jets. Like it starts to get really ugly. Like it just gets really ugly, regardless of what talent you have or you don't have. It just becomes that we kind of want a draft pick. So that's and the players are still trying out there, obviously, but I still remember, wasn't it last year? It was last year when the Browns played Bailey Zappi down the stretch and benched Jameis Winston. I'm like, you're not slick. We all know what you're doing.
Yeah, it's we want to see what Zappi can do. We all know what Zappi can do.
Yeah, the answer is nothing. So.
Yeah, you know what Zappi can do. I know what Zappi can do. We're not fooling anybody here.
Nobody.
But yeah, Kevin, this is just – it's going to be crazy to see how this unfolds. I don't think Indianapolis makes it. I think for the most part, we have our team set. The only interchangeable one is if it's going to be the Ravens or Steelers at 4. I think – and I'm talking about the teams, not seeding. Obviously things can change with seeding, but I don't think the Colts have the juice to make it with Phillip Rivers. 49ers, Jaguars, Texans. I don't think they win 2. I don't think they can win 2 of 3. Houston, obviously, I think is going to be in. Buffalo in. Chargers in. Yeah, Is it about to be another Harbaugh week 1 wildcard round of the playoffs?
I hope not.
That's what
I personally, out of all the teams, you know what? I'm going to go with you on Jacksonville, and I hope Houston wins the division and they play Jacksonville.
You think you'd want to play Jacksonville?
We all saw what happened a couple of years ago with the Chargers and them.
Yeah. But I wouldn't mind playing the Chargers. I don't think that Greg Roman offense. I think we.
That's and also Herbert with his hand, and that actually, you know what? I take it back. I do want that because they have no O-line with Alton and Slater gone. I take it back. I think I actually would want the Harbaugh.
And another reason is I think if it happens, so let's just say then the Bills are still the 6. Bills would play the Jaguars. I don't think it's ridiculous to say Bills beat Jags, and then maybe the Ravens can get a second home playoff game if they meet up with the Bills. It would have to be the AFC Championship game, of course, but
yeah.
New England versus Houston would be a horrible match.
There are going to be a lot of upsets, I think. This playoff. Like, there are going to be a lot of upsets.
I think so. Screw it. I would be terrified there's a realistic chance. Let's say that Denver gets the 1 seed, Patriots 2. Let's just have it be what it is right now, but you switch out the Ravens and Steelers. Ravens beat Chargers. Bills beat Jaguars. I think it is in the realm of possibility that the Texans then beat the Patriots, meaning Texans go to Broncos, and then in the divisional round, it would be Bills at Ravens.
Just like everybody drew it up.
Yeah.
Just like everybody drew it up.
Exactly. But, we still have a potential for it. It's going to be such a crazy few weeks. Once we get the whole playoff thing situated, it would be so funny if after all of this, like, let's just say, however the seeding may fall, it just, at the end of it all, AFC Championship is Bills at Ravens. It's like everyone and just there's all this BS, and that's just literally.
Yeah, but it's so funny because, like, imagine you were in like a coma for like 6 months, and you're like, before the season, like, I think it's gonna be Bills Ravens, and then you wake up and you said, "What's the AFC Championship?" And they say it's Bills Ravens, and you say, I'm sure drew it up just like I predicted, and I would say no.
It was
no.
It was so simple. God, that would be. It would literally be that everyone was like, "This is the AFC Championship preview."
Well, and that's where when I earlier in the year, I guess it wasn't too early, but earlier in the year, I had made a short about, like, it seems like the Ravens and Bills are on a collision course for 4-5, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's supposed to be the AFC Championship game." Like, I said it's probably not going to be the AFC Championship game, but you know what? There's still a chance. There's still a chance we get there. But yeah, because right now, all right? Actually, wait. You know what we're gonna do? Do a playoff simulator.
Do we have that?
Yeah. Yes. So, okay, week 15. Let's just say the Steelers win in week 15. So in week 16. Here, actually, can I share let me share my screen. You're the sharing screen. Oh my, I have no idea what I just did. Oh, I have no idea what I just did.
All right, here, do you want me to share?
Yeah, it just like split my screen for some reason.
All right, so sharing. This is what we're looking at?
Yeah, so did you pick the Steelers to win week 15?
Yes.
So if you pick, all right, we don't really care about the NFC games. So if you pick the Bills to beat the Browns,
I'll say Kansas beats them.
Do you think the Chargers beat the Cowboys? I probably
Cowboys coming off. I'm gonna say Cowboys win this.
I wouldn't be shocked.
This feels like a game that the Cowboys win, especially after losing tonight. I think Cowboys win that.
Yeah. We don't really care about the Bengals, but yeah, it's fine. This is such a tough game to pick. I don't know who's gonna win.
Gotta go Denver. In Denver, I'm gonna give Denver the.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to start ETN against the Denver defense at the same time, which is gonna be something. Yeah, I'd say Texans win. Lions, I think, will get that win, and then let's just say Ravens to say Ravens.
The Ravens for the put. I'm gonna put San Francisco over.
Yeah. Hey, Phillip Rivers almost did the thing though. he almost did the thing though. Man.
All right. 17.
So week 17. I'd say Denver. I'd say
because no Mahomes.
Yeah,
no
I'd say I think Houston's playing so well. I'd probably say Houston here. Let's say Baltimore. Let's say Pittsburgh. Patriots.
Jags.
Yeah, I'd go Jags.
Just because of their situation.
Any other games we care about here? Bill. Oh, actually.
Go Eagles.
Oh, I might go Eagles too. Yeah, I'd go
They're
Eagles.
starting to play together.
Yeah. All right. So now, all right. So here's the week. Here's the week 18. Here we go.
So obviously we're gonna go Ravens just to project them.
Yeah,
and
just to put them in there.
This is an exercise based on who the Ravens could face. Or
Yeah. All right. So let's go Denver. I'd say over Los Angeles.
Yep. God, we have the Chargers losing out.
Yeah. Wow, that is crazy.
Happen.
They have a tough schedule though.
I was gonna say that very easily could happen. Let's go Patriots.
Wait, we're not picking any upsets.
I know, but that's kind of the point of this.
Yeah. All right. So I'd say Texans beat the Colts at home. Where else do we got? Bills beat the Jets. And then Jags beat the Titans. So okay, so then it would be Baltimore, Buffalo.
Gosh, we're such a cliff.
So, but if Jacksonville, if this same scenario happens, but Jacksonville beats Denver next week, then it would flip to be Jacksonville, Baltimore.
Let me see.
Yeah, Jacksonville, Denver, bottom. Oh, Jacksonville will be the 2 seed.
Oh, this is worst case. This could not happen.
Oh, because then it goes because that's right. Then Houston wins the division.
No, Houston won't win the division.
Or sorry, Jacksonville was the division, which means Houston. Yeah.
But then let's say that the Bills pull this off. Then we're back to that.
Then it's back. So I guess it's not realistic that unless Houston drops like a catastrophe, let's say pick the Chargers over Houston in that week. So bad.
Wait.
Pick the Chargers over Houston. So then it's.
This is a horrible. I think Houston then beats Jacksonville in this. I think. Gosh.
So as long as the Ravens win out, they'll make the playoffs. I think because of common opponents.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
but it would have to mean the Steelers would have to lose at least one game. So that would be the Lions.
I don't think so. Let's put.
No big.
Yeah, this is the Steelers winning every game except for they still went out. Yeah, because Ravens control their own destiny.
Oh, that's right, because of common opponents.
Yeah. So at the moment, the Ravens just have to win out, and it doesn't matter what Pittsburgh does. They would win the division at 9-8, right?
Wow.
No, 10-7.
10-7, which is what I actually projected them to do when they were on their losing streak. I said they're gonna come back if they win against Chicago. They're gonna win all these games, and 10-7 is the division winner. But So okay, what if we put the Ravens losing to the Patriots next week, and then the Steelers losing to the Lions?
So Ravens lose to Patriots.
Okay, so they'd still get in at 9-8.
Yeah. Now let's say, just because I'm intrigued, let's say Packers beat Ravens, but Ravens beat Patriots. It's still Ravens.
Okay, so it practically, if the Ravens, it's gonna come down to week 18. It's gonna be
The only way it doesn't is if
Pittsburgh wins out and Baltimore wins out.
Well, no. The
Right?
only way.
Oh no, sorry. If the Ravens drop a game and Pittsburgh wins out.
Yeah. Then it can.
So their path realistically is probably Buffalo, Denver, New England / Houston, I'd probably say.
Yeah, I would agree. I'd agree with that. Gosh. I like that exercise, Kevin. We'll do that next week.
Yeah, they need like an MLB one too.
They really don't go through all 162. That's going to be our first stream. We're going through all 162.
Every single game of the AL League.
We are just predicting and we're just going
to see. You got to project starters out, like do rotations.
We're sitting there. We look back. We're like, we got the Orioles winning 130.
We'll do it tomorrow and project who they're going to sign. Michael King, you're gonna.
I'm saying it, and just because I saw someone put it, I'll put it on the Pete Alonso's an Oriole.
Pete Alonso's an Oriole. Pete Alonso's an Oriole. During the first part of the game on the watch along, we were just talking about Pete Alonso because we were just like, everybody's just like, we're done.
I had so many Pete Alonso drafts ready for if that started going south, where I was just gonna be like,
It was getting close to where you probably needed to start to pull those out in the first. That first quarter was ugly.
At Zay Flowers, I almost did after Zay Flowers the drop.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, I think that Jamar Chase drop on 2nd and 4 when he cooked Marlon, that was the changing point in the game to me, because then Burrow took this. There was a penalty, and then Burrow took the sack on 3rd down. Burrow played terribly, and so did Chase. But like, I think that drive, because they were driving the ball down, and they were going to score 7 on that drive probably, and then and then the next drive, wasn't it the interception that got tipped off of Chase, or maybe it was drive after that? But
yeah, what a crazy! It was just one of those games where it felt like, thankfully, it bounced the Ravens' way, because say it go that way. Now, before we head out of here, personally, I mean, I would go for either. I think King's going to be your lower year, probably 3-year, like 75 mil. I'd give him that reliable. But Kevin, anything before we get out of here?
No, good win. Gotta keep the momentum going. Gotta pop back in the saddle, record Locked On Ravens for tomorrow. So
yeah, you go enjoy
bright and early 6 a.m. where that'll be out. And yeah. Good. Dominant win. We can I guess if we want to go to Cancun to visit the Bengals, we can.
Jesus Christ. Well, if you want to hear, Kevin, more about that and the Ravens win, go check out Locked On Ravens at 6 a.m. sharp. 6 a.m. Kevin will be doing it live. Not really. But Kevin, you go enjoy recording, and everyone appreciates you for tuning in. Hit that like and subscribe button on your way out. Ravens win 24-0. Keeping the delusion alive, Kevin. We'll see you next time. Pete Alonso. Just gotta keep it.
Wow. Okay. Can you play guard?
I wish.
All right. I'll go Craig Alvarez, because he and John Harbaugh got to spend some time together. So